number one mistake that, we actually come around and have many times. We actually have this ability to constantly suggest the product that we are most familiar with, even though it may not be the best fit. I'm sure many of you will be able to think about this and reflect about it and think that, yes, probably this happens. There are reasons why this happens. The most common reason why this happens is because we don't give ourselves enough space and thinking time between meetings to be able to figure out how should I be responding to a particular situation. We become very monotonous in our responses. So what's the real mistake? We actually go out, we go and choose products which are either in our comfort zone because we understand them extremely well, or we are very familiar with it because either they're very simple products and therefore, we kind of can explain it very easily, or it's just that we've given it to so many people already that by default and by routine, we go out and give it again. And this happens even though there might actually be other products which are more suitable to that client in that particular given environment. So let me give you some examples so that you can understand this a little better. So you have a client who is about to retire, right? A lot of us get clients who are coming in for their retirement planning. They've got a corpus all of a sudden, or they're going to retire in 2 years and they're talking to you about an investment strategy, etc. And there is a transition point that happens. What is that transition point? The transition point could be moving from work to retirement, or it could be moving from age 59 to age 60. The moment these transitions happen, you could end up finding that either your inflows dry up, which means your tax bracket could fall, or you could end up in a situation where there is a set of products which were not available earlier, which become available to you because you're now a senior citizen. And this could happen to the client, it could happen to the client's spouse. But what we could be doing is, because we are so used to talking to debt mutual funds, about debt mutual funds, we continue to talk about debt mutual funds to that client and continue to believe that that is the best solution for the client, even though the client's tax bracket might now have become lower, or even though there might be another set of products now which are available, like a senior citizen product, which was not available to the client earlier. So I think we need to be very, very aware and careful that every client family has different needs. The return requirements need to be looked at, and the risk retirement needs to be looked at. And we need to be able to find the right fit between both these. And I've made this mistake very often that, I've gone out and, by routine, because I met the client 3 months ago, I didn't realize the client has turned 60. And all of a sudden, I gave the next piece of advice without realizing that there was another product which was actually a better fit. Sometimes you might also find that a client might need a product which is riskier because his needs have changed. But what we are doing is, because we look at his portfolio from the past and say that, okay, this client likes to invest in lower risk products, we continue to just recommend that. So I think it's very important for us to keep rethinking and reimagining in our mind what the client's requirements are and how they're changing constantly, and how do we put products in there which fit in. How do you do that? First of all, you need to check all available products all the time. I think very often we tend to restrict ourselves. I do understand that we need to keep things simple as well, but I also do think that it's important as a financial advisor to be fully aware of the entire range of products that are available, because we need to challenge the status quo. We need to ask ourselves saying that, am I just offering this product because I'm familiar with it? Or am I offering it because it is the right product to offer to the client at this point? This will involve time. It will involve learning. It will involve unraveling the complexities of complicated products. But I think what happens with all of this is that you are convinced that you're giving the client the right fit. And the client is therefore very convinced that you're giving him the right fit, because all the questions that he asks you, you have thought through the answers and are able to justify why one product is superior. Understand that there is pros and cons in every product, and what we have to be able to clearly express is the pluses and the minuses.
Right now, and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.